Welcome to Fading Suns Thursday. I am JM. We are Iconic Production. This is the Ulysses International Twitch channel, and we are back for the second episode of our stream on Fading Suns. Now, before we get into it, reminder, we will continue to remind you, we're close to probably the next 90 days, that Fading Suns Kickstarter is finally arriving. It will go live on the 24th of March, so we are 12 days away from it going live. And if you are at all interested in this, if you've been following the Fading Suns campaign since it started, if you are an old fan of Fading Suns, if you are a new fan of Fading Suns,
Oh Boii.
yeah, if you're a crew member of the Oh Boii, go to ulysses-us.com. They're putting up design diaries for the Kickstarter. They just revealed that in addition to the core book, they're going to have 3 books that are coming out. They're going to be faction dossiers to kind of give you more information on the world and the universe of Fading Suns. The first 3 that are going to be part of the Kickstarter, it looks like. Don't quote me on that. Say it looks like. Is going to be House Hawkwood, the Earth Orthodoxy, and the Reeves Guild. So, pretty excited about all of those. So, yes, expect us to talk a lot about Fading Suns when it goes live. We'll keep you updated on the Kickstarter. We'll keep you updated on the stretch goals. And then when we get our stuff here at the studio, we will take time to do an unboxing video and a reaction video and just kind of show what we... Lee will just make that face constantly.
I love unboxing videos. I watch them on YouTube constantly. I don't even care what they're about.
But you'll get to be in one.
You'll get to be in one.
Calypso Mars is going to unbox something.
Well, thank you, Ulysses, for allowing me to provide my player with that. That's it. That's all we had for tonight. Tune in next week. No.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
So we've been playing this for for almost a year. So yeah, it's exciting to see the products are going to be here shortly. Shortly, relatively compared to when we started this with just playtest documents playing on the floor of the studio. We hadn't even had the studio built at this point. So, last week, for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, the crew of the Oh Boii, represented by this half of the table.
Huzzah!
I also like how it's like girls versus boys.
That's right.
It is.
Kick their butts.
Were contacted by a former ally, an Inquisitor on Columbus Station, where they dropped off the nefarious rogue engineer, Dr. Feynman, who, also known as Dr. Finman, who was, which I always feel like I'm saying Finmint when I say that, Dr. Finman. He's so tasty. Where he was trying to make a new species of human that could survive deep under the oceans for when the inevitable apocalypse happens. This Inquisitor hooked you guys up with his mentor, Inquisitor Flint, and Flint's retinue, the Ronin G. Say that right?
Yes.
Yeah, nailing it. 5 minutes in and haven't made any mistakes. And the psychic Urban named Vasala, who apparently has telepathic abilities. She didn't need them because apparently Calypso just emotes like she's in an anime, like all of her.
Just like holds up, panic, panic, panic.
Yeah. So you guys,
like a character in an MMO.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Little Calypso has a quest. So you guys led the Inquisitor back to the lab where people were taking it apart. And apparently someone who knew the Inquisitor was leading them, and they got into a fight, and you quite decisively put shotgun shells in him until he died.
Yes.
You also prevented them from blowing up, or from flooding the lab, and possibly killing the lab experiments. Alestra, you are still at the Sanctuary Aeon temple, practicing healing arts as you have been for some time.
Great.
And we will hook back up with you here shortly. So,
Marvelous.
The 5 of you, because I will also be playing this up. The 6 of you. Dang it, Gregor's there too. The 6.
Gregor, Sala.
No,
there's
Alestra's not there.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, 4.
She's
Ooh,
not there
6.
yet.
Still.
Yeah, like that cheerleader song, that do 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 do. Let's go. In my head, I totally did that whole thing, and then Gregor at the end. I'm like, I hate how much that fits right now. And
Not going to say that. All right, so we're going to start back with you guys. You have just slain most of the thugs. The antinomist that you were fighting and dueling with is no more.
Mm-hmm.
You put his shield through its paces and then it
No,
overloaded.
But then she put that idea in his head and
Yeah,
his
he failed.
eyes exploded.
And then
That's
and
what
then
really
you,
did him in.
And then you felt something cold pass
Don't
into
know what
you.
you're talking about. I
So-
felt nothing.
Jexa felt something cold pass into her.
No. It did not happen. She's ignoring it.
Okay, you definitely hear something coming from the generator room behind you. You remember there was
There
the
Mhm.
three
There was
rooms.
one guy that surrendered.
Yep, one guy is like definitely. They
Dude's head just
do.
exploded.
Yeah, that's right. I am done.
Okay, I want to go then.
Well-
What's in the generator room?
The fight just ended. You were...
I was,
wounded.
and you gave me...
Yes. Oh, dare you. Here, take
Yes.
this.
After the
Ow.
cameras went
It's an
down,
injection. Free revival.
a free revival was passed around. I told
Just-
them to
just
remind me at
one.
the start of this.
Yeah.
All right. Did you get your revival?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay.
The device the guy had
thanks.
in his tablet?
Mm-hmm.
Because you heard it, no one else. I was going to pick it up. Dear, could you?
Hang on. Generator room's
course.
behind me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open it.
Inside, on the floor, there is a man in very fine noble's robes, hogtied, and there's a pool of blood under his face.
Is it
Oh, I
the
was into it until that.
Calypso?
Uh-huh.
He kind of rolls over.
I'm going to.
He is gagged.
Yeah, I'm going to lean down and. Okay, hold still. I got this. Hang on, stop moving, please. And I'll untie the gag and then try to untie the knots.
You get them undone, and as soon as you take the gag out, he spits out a surprisingly long and dirty sock.
Oh.
How?
Thank you.
Yay! Welcome. Here, I'll
They did not listen to my safe word, no matter how many times I said it.
That
What's
is
safe word?
rule number 1,
What's
bro.
safe word?
Pineapple.
Who are you? Have we met? He doesn't. He just looks out the door, kind of rolls over. You can see that he has been punched rather severely
It's
on the
always
left side of his
pineapple.
face.
Do you want to be untied?
Oh, most assuredly.
Okay, and your name? I'm Jaxa. Well, your name is?
A pleasure to meet you, Jexa. You find me at a disadvantage.
That's
I
a
am
really long name.
Sir Aston. Sir Henry Aston.
Aston.
Sir Henry.
Here, dear, let me help him.
Ah.
I hold out that little portable think machine that he had, the guy that died.
Uh-huh.
Do you think you could work your engineer magic?
That might be different.
No magic.
Yeah.
Especially not in front of an Inquisitor.
I don't have any magic.
It's a term of art.
Who are you?
I am a person who's not currently hogtied.
You have me at a disadvantage. Sir Henry Aston, at your service.
Nice to meet you.
Don't recognize the name of House Hawkwood or any other...
Give me an academia roll.
And...
Wits.
And wits.
I'm assuming.
Wits. Your cool wits.
I was going to also, before we start looking at things, I'm going to spend a victory point for the rest of the scene, and deduce deals with detect, search, spot, trying to find out the Lord Macron.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of stuff we're looking for.
Okay.
So that's going.
All right, I'm going to untie him. Especially because he said it was magic to get.
I have no idea who he
machine,
is.
and I don't know magic.
Oh,
Academia's not.
amateurs.
It's not mine either. I mean, I can try to open the tablet.
Who's the amateur?
You should never cause the blood flow to
My name is Calypso.
Sir Henry, nice to meet you. What are you doing here?
We're on.
He's kind of hopping now because you've untied his hands.
Right, I can untie your feet too if you just stop. Okay, I'll untie his feet.
We are here learning about what happened here.
3 questions. Where is here? What was going on here? And why have I been locked in this closet for the last 6 hours?
I was going to ask you how you got here.
Did anybody, like, poke you with anything? Like, were you injected?
No.
Human experiments were happening, and
Hooked here.
you may or may not.
Since you were found here in this situation, I
Yes.
think you need to answer some questions. I'm going to try to impress him.
Give me an impress roll.
I will take your think machine that you were holding.
I don't
All right, so you're going to try and impress. You're trying to deal with the think machine. What are the 2 of you doing?
Do you remember the device?
Calypso and
the
Jay.
computer?
G.
I'm gonna tie up the guy that surrendered.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna go ask.
Yeah, you're not gonna
I'm gonna.
like surrender, right? We're good, right?
I mean, depends on what point of time.
Oh, that's not good. Wait, is it?
He's my boss.
Is it left, right, or right, left? I never.
I think it's up,
Here?
down, left, right.
Right. Very pious. Yes, I am very pious. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go have a private conversation with Gregor about knots on the wrists.
Oh, I was going to stand next to Gregor while I was doing the think machine. Just kind of have his.
She's gonna
whole
overhear
time
an
what I'm
uncomfortable conversation about how Gregor ties the knots on the wrists too much.
doing. I am, and I am going to be so confused. Why is he tying you up?
It's
So I learn how to get out of them quicker.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
I should practice.
all about the type of knots.
You know, actually, that's not actually the worst idea. We really should teach her how to get out of. We can't let people tie her up unnecessarily.
I succeeded on my impress.
She's like, when this actually becomes useful.
You got you 60 on your
Yeah, I
friends?
have 10 BP to spend on this.
I'm just shorter than you. I think I'm shorter than both.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not very tall.
Give me your
Are
your
you
interface
using
roll.
Gregor as a shield so you can...
Possibly.
That's fine.
Yeah, Gregor's like, well, I mean,
I'm
just met
busy
this
with
guy. I don't know that.
the
I mean, I won't take
supposed noble. I don't believe it.
less, but that's okay. Give me your interface roll.
Interface? Okay. And this is a think machine?
Mm-hmm.
Success! Crit! Yes!
Oh,
Weird point.
dang.
Ha 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 ha.
Excellent. You got a crit
18.
success?
Yes.
All right. So you're
Spent.
talking with Gregor about knots. You're talking with this guy. He is asking you, like, how do I not get killed by an Inquisitor?
Oh,
Like, I'll tell him anything.
Then I'm gonna
did
use...
we get a name on the supposed noble that was
No.
possessed? I'd like to ask him.
Oh, yeah. No, I'd tell you anything.
Do you know? I'm gonna point at the now headless corpse.
Yeah, Sergio.
Full name.
Sergio Hawkwood.
Sergio Hawk.
Yeah, he is just a rat bastard and involved in very nefarious schemes, working with the guy here to make those things, and never sat well with me. You know how it is. Sometimes times are tough. Guy doesn't look too hard. Jobs to come across his path. Firebirds are firebirds. But for the record, making mutant fish people was not a pious act.
Sorry, I'm too far away, can't hear you. We'll talk later.
I think your best bet is to just answer any question that he asks
Yeah,
you.
no. Oh, did you find that that guy that he tied up?
Do I know that they found him?
You don't know. You're in the room that
another
has
room.
like the aquarium style glass
Yeah.
with like the fish people who are kind of swimming up, just lazily watching you.
I'm gonna grab the bindings on his wrist.
Yep. No, that's it.
Lift him up.
Yep.
And
Right.
I'm
On my
shove
feet.
him forward and say, "Show me where he's at."
Good. Good. We're on the same page. You look like the captor. I look like the captive.
Did you use the
Captive?
Captive.
Captive. That's it.
Did you use your muster chains?
Yes. Let's go
You
with
can
that. I
inflict-
forgot I had them.
You can inflict pain with those.
Oh, hey, cool.
Not okay.
Cool. I don't know what any of this stuff does.
All right, so G comes in leading the last guy bound with the chains. And you get into the data pad, and for a brief moment as the code is coming down the screen, you definitely think you see, like, in the code, the face of that guy who died screaming, and then everything kind of fills in.
Okay. I'm also going to use 3 of those VP I just got to transfer into a weird one with my genius perk.
Okay.
But, okay.
He was in the other guy too.
Okay, I'm going to start poking around.
All right. You're going to be poking around. You make your impress. What do you say?
I want to know who he is, why he's here, why was he mixed up with, and I point to the bloody corpse because I don't know who it is.
Oh, well,
And remember, lying to the Inquisition is punishable.
Oh, really?
Oh, golly. Good.
I am Sir Henry Ashton, as I said.
Ashton?
Ashton.
Of House...
Hawkwood. A distant branch. Wondata. Much older than them.
Do you know the deceased? Sorry. I point back at him.
I can't say I've made any acquaintances with any eyeless men. I was minding my own business when a request came in that I ferry some men about for a friend. I arrived at the transit spot where I was supposed to. I was improperly tied and then uninvitedly beaten and then deposited in this room.
Is he lying?
Go ahead and give me a...
Empathy...
Sure. Give me an empathy roll.
Empathy wits, empathy
You
perception.
think he's lying?
Yeah.
I thought everyone was lying.
My
Intuition.
additional information.
Intuition, perception, wits.
This will be
They're all the same.
perception. No, do intuition. Intuition plus
Doesn't really matter.
empathy. I like that.
Number for me. I will spend 3 of my VP on that to get it to 15.
What'd you get?
We won't mention it.
Did
I didn't fumble.
I was like, did you get a 20? Because
No,
you
no, I
actually,
just-
but per the rules, you have to mention that.
No, I will mention it if I fumble.
Okay.
It's an online game all over again.
All right. So you're scrolling through. What are you looking for?
I am looking for contacts. I am looking for any, like orders either sent by him or to him. I'm looking for any, technology. It's gonna sound kind of funny, but recipe.
Oh, you find that easily. Like all of the research notes on how
Yeah.
we genetically modified these people and what took and what batch didn't. It's kind of disturbing to you that like the batch that took was batch 131.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Kind of ask myself, where's Gemma? Yeah, so contacts, research notes.
There are no contexts. There are a number of
Missives.
one-time codes that he was sending data results to. But he does refer to an M quite often in his diaries.
Okay, in his diaries.
Yes, like his research notes, his hopes, his dreams, that sort of thing.
Right.
The things that a crazy person would, well, I'm not crazy, but I diary, so,
I mean, so do I.
Yeah, so basically...
We're not crazy.
We're not crazy. But, like, legitimately, like,
I don't have time to diary.
the person... The notes of a unhinged scientist, if he were to journal for his own self-benefit.
Right, not like us.
Not like us.
So if Doc Brown kept a journal?
Yeah, if Doc Brown kept a journal, and also was into, like, unwilling genetic manipulation.
Right, okay.
Like the darkest timeline, Doc Brown. Hashtag darkest timeline, Doc Brown.
I don't suppose one-time codes, if I have enough of them, I can...
Nope, they are basically the equivalent of a burner line.
Okay. In his notes, does he say anything about the antinomist beliefs?
No. No, but he does refer to M and his dark associates.
Dark associates.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any future dates already scheduled, like, pick up fresh batch of kids for
No, there's
157, like...
There's no shopping list. Next time at Agora, pick up ugly rug. Several children for experiments. Nothing like that.
Okay. There's no hints as to future movements. It's all like, this is what has happened so far.
Right.
Do we still have the
Are we
antinomist
even
here?
sure this was...
Yes.
He's
No,
dead.
he's dead,
He's
guys.
He's dead.
Yeah, but he's dead.
He's dead.
He's
Yes.
physically in this room.
He's
Yes.
physically in this room.
Cliff is gonna go take a vial of his blood.
Okay.
Because remember that one person that she agreed to take genetic samples for?
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Okay.
Hold on, let me flip back about
4 months.
Yeah, there we go. Sample 1.
Calypso wants that hippo.
Marked.
Mhm.
So you bring your captive.
Space chess.
Ha! This must be the
Yeah.
Inquisitor. Hello, Anton. Very pious. All hail the Prophet and
He also very much does not want to die.
the Earth Orthodox. That is also true. How may I serve the Inquisition?
Very good. If you, Deji, could watch, and I point to Sir Ashton, I will take the chained one into the other room.
Who is he?
He
Hello.
claims to be Sir Henry
Have we
Ashton
met?
of Hawkwood.
No,
I'm not sure if I believe him.
Hawkwood.
Yes.
you don't believe me, sir.
I'm gonna
I have
turn
never
around and
spoken a
point at
lie
the body
to you.
and say, this one says his name is Sergio Hawkwood.
Oh, really?
No, Sergio. Anton's like,
Hawkwood.
Sergio was the antinomist. He is also a Hawkwood member, as you.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
pointing
He,
to the dead
he
body.
asked
okay.
if he knew him.
Oh yes.
Yes. So you don't know your own?
No, do you?
Yes, I know everyone in the Inquisition.
Shh. Well then, sir, you are even more of a dilettante than myself. Although I cannot imagine that you get up to quite as attractive parties as I do.
You'd be surprised. Have you ever been to Mulan Station?
No. But no, I do not know him. Mainly because I don't know anyone without eyes. That is what I said. Yes, I still couldn't recognize him or identify him. Do you have a picture of him with his face?
Move back. Okay. Just make sure he doesn't get away or do anything.
Okay.
I'll take the other one
I'll just
back into the other room.
just pull my shotgun out.
Right. Got your type figured out, and I think I've got you nailed, and Inquisitor? That one, he points at Gregor, is quite interesting, and so is that.
Right.
What?
I think
Why?
he's talking about the you.
Why what?
Why are they interesting?
Because they're fascinating.
They're engaged.
Yes.
What can you tell me about knots?
You take Anton.
Scruff of my
Take
neck.
Anton and trying to verify.
And I get yanked away.
When did you start
Gregor.
working for Sergio? And this other guy that was tied up, where did you pick him up?
Oh, yes,
And why is he
Inquisitor. I am an open book. I'm an open coin purse. Just turn me over and empty me out. I started working for Sergio about 18 months ago.
Service gig.
This is Anton.
The person we he is just some noble fop that we were told to use his transit codes. He happened to appear on the car. The transit car is still outside, and he kind of points through the kitchen.
Through the kitchen to the other entrance
Yes.
that goes out.
Yes. We were supposed to take all of the records and destroy all of the evidence. Hence why I was setting explosives. Also,
So, who else works with Sergio?
well, and he kind of starts ticking people off in his head, and he gets to like 3, and then goes, "Oh, well, most of the people I know are dead because of your friends."
Not this group. Other nobles you might have worked with.
Oh, you want Marcon? You want Marcon?
Yes, we do.
Who is this Marcon? I act surprised.
Marcon is a. Listen. I grew up, been on Byzantium Secundus my entire life. Never made it further uphill than the Agora. Not telling you a sob story so you'll have sympathy on me, unless it's working. But I'm used to dark and shady characters. Am one myself. Have been on several occasions. Marcon gives me the Wiggins. And I met Finman. Finman was making mutants. Marcon still. I would rather, let Finman mutant me up. Slap some gills on me,
Yeah,
some fins,
from what I've understood,
slap
it
me on the
wouldn't
butt,
work, it
and
would kill
toss
you.
me in the water. Well, Marcon
So
is...
where's Marcon?
I don't know.
Is he from Byzantium Secundus?
I don't know. I know he works here. You should ask. Anyone knows who Marcon is? It's Henry.
What does Henry know about him?
I don't know, but Marcon moves in those circles.
Very good. Back in. Switch
And I am
again.
free to go.
No. Switch again. Please take my
I am now free to go.
Don't want them cross-contaminating their stories.
That's right.
And that is how you tie a proper restraining knot.
Huh.
Also, they're fascinating because, in my experience, men get married because they're tired, women because they're curious, and inevitably they both get disappointed.
But they are not like that, or they are like that?
Oh dear, they're going to make it.
I'm not gonna make it.
Inquisitor, I compliment you on your timely arrival,
What's going on?
the acuity of your crew and your staff.
You and Gregor are gonna be okay.
That's Gregor, are we fighting?
If we are, I'm sorry.
There, we're fine. See? We're gonna be just fine.
Bless him.
With Thasala's help, she's observing this.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's doing some readings. I ask him, what do you know of Lord Marcon?
Oh. I have yet to attend one of his parties.
Oh god, parties.
I'm so excited.
But I hear that they are fantastic. I know. To be perfectly frank, even though I'm Henry,
Frank's pick on the ship.
I knew Marcon years ago when he was an up-and-coming noble.
Is that his true name?
Yes, actually.
Of house?
He is also he's actually of House Al Malik.
Oh.
So, but I would
Oh.
just suggest
Mhm.
that when I knew him,
Not
he was a man of exquisite depth and beauty, and I took him under my wing for several years, taught him everything I knew. And then he went off on his own to explore the universe, came back here maybe 2 years ago, and has been moving in circles, yet he and I have not... Our paths have not yet crossed.
I glance at the Sala.
No, I rolled.
Like Mark. Oh, look, 17.
Yeah, the Inquisitor retinue is all rolling at the same
Yeah.
level right now. We're
Yeah, they are.
professionals.
That's right.
They're rolling.
Professional just means we get paid.
That's right.
Doesn't mean we're
mean
good at it.
That's right. You make a living
That is
from
true.
it. Perhaps
No Bork.
perhaps the Oh Boi's crew member, who is a member of the church, might be able to tell us something about Sergio. I'm sorry.
This is the
Sala.
Sala. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't
I
sound
need
like
like
Maddie at all.
name tags.
You need like
You gotta hold up a little sign.
a very airy. Your scarf is so pretty.
Okay, I will talk like this when I speak as the Sala.
There you go. That's creepy.
Excellent.
Ah.
Yes, well, you won't be restrained, Sir Henry, but I cannot let you just go yet.
Well, I will participate in however I might in solving this, clearing my name and solving whatever this is. It has been quite some time since I was involved in
Yes.
tomfoolery or asshattery.
At this moment, House Hawkwood has a black mark against it.
Hmm.
And I glance at
Wouldn't
Sir.
be the first.
No. Probably won't be the last.
No.
The guy who's dead.
The dead
Yeah,
guy.
The one whose
Oh,
eyes
the
exploded?
antinomist.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Antinomus
His name
is
is
from House
Sergio.
Hawkwood.
I came in and told
On
everybody that.
this tablet, was there anything about language of the fish people?
No.
Because they don't seem to understand us.
I will go over to Jackson. So, any luck, dear? Any financials? You know the money always leads to
Any
Blue's
financials?
response.
Oh, yeah, he's been getting tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Firebirds transferred in.
Is there any way I could send some of it my way?
No, he spent it all on,
Okay.
black market.
There's nothing left over.
You can always pry this think machine off the floor and take it back to the old boy.
You definitely got a critical success, so I will say sure. There's about 900 credits in a slush fund that you can.
Can I siphon some over to someone else's account without it showing up?
No. It definitely will keep a record of it.
There's money.
Is there a connection to who paid him the money?
M.
I'm sure it's a false account, but we must track down that lead.
You would need somebody who actually had access to stuff like that. You can't
Right.
track it from here.
Do you-
so
do you
like,
show
you
'em?
go to the church,
There's money
Right.
stuff.
you go to the
The church is right here.
Yeah.
well, you can also go to the police. You have
We do.
you have contacts with the
Yes. Also
Yes.
House Hawkwood.
Yes.
It's true. I could go visit my
So,
friend.
how much money is left in that?
So
900.
We shan't leave it there. Move it somewhere so it doesn't disappear.
Where?
Don't you have an account?
You can put it in mine. I'm not afraid.
There you go. Put it in her
Sure,
account.
but aren't I going to get in trouble, like, taking money from a dead
He's an
person?
Inquisitor. He said it's
Nonsense.
fine.
Are you sure this isn't going to come back and get us in trouble later?
I'm used
No.
to being in trouble.
No, you're not sure, or no, it's not going to.
Exactly.
I'm looking at Gregor. Would you?
It's a minuscule amount, dear. Just
he
clear
kind
it up.
of. Do you know what I did wrong?
Calypso. Oh, I don't think you did anything. I think you did very.
Right,
you saved her, right?
I mean, maybe. No, the captain needs saving.
No.
Is he whispering this, or is he?
No, he's talking at basically his same volume.
He's one
He's
volume.
whispering.
He's got one volume.
He's
his
whispering.
over.
His whole life is his inner monologue projected outside of his body.
He'll lean over.
Dear Gregor, I believe a ring is involved. Get on it, old man.
Right.
Do you want the money
Old man.
Do you want money in your account?
Yeah, you owe me. I mean, you don't owe me.
I'm gonna put in Gregor's account.
Oh, that's fine. His mom can make it, like, untraceable.
That's true. Okay, I'll send it to Gregor's account.
All right. So I'm not free to go.
No, we must chase this
Which
down.
one is this one?
This one's Henry.
Okay.
And you do know what Mockern looks like, yes?
We're not in this room yet, right?
It's all kind of in the main. There's one.
It's down here doing stuff.
We've been hearing it this whole
Yeah, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, we're not hiding.
Yeah, when they said House Al-Malik, Calypso definitely did a... What?
Are you a member?
No? No!
Do you have
No.
any ties?
Yes!
Familiar? Ooh.
Big... I left a big impression. That was the ship.
That was the party.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's all your fault.
What's her fault?
I didn't expect
I
this
don't
to
know.
come back on me so soon.
When he says that, you definitely see, like, Gregor's looking at Calypso and maybe, like, reaching for his gun.
I really hate to shoot an Inquisitor, but it'll happen.
Won't be the first time. It won't be the last. Yes, I think that we should definitely go investigate what this is going on with this body and track down the money.
I think next stop is to... It's not happen. There's a sanctuary,
Sanctuary Aeon.
cathedral.
Yeah, no, it's just it's like a medical shrine.
I think it's off to the shrine.
My hair was red back then. They're not gonna know.
All right, so are you taking both prisoners with you? I just want to, I'm keeping track of the NPCs that you are collecting.
Yes, until we can turn Anton over to the local provost to hold on to for now.
Okay, so in the Agora is where the shrine is and the provost's office. So,
Yeah, if we can go by the
Perfect.
provost, drop
Okay.
Anton off and just ask him, as Inquisitor, to just hold him.
okay.
You can recover your change. We won't need them. Don't leave them there.
All right, so you guys are heading to the house, the Knights of Hawkwood.
Yeah. Drop him off
Station.
and then go pick up the sister that...
Where are you? Are you guys going with them
Fasala
in the
said
same
that we
order, or are
can-
you guys going to go get Alestra first? What's the plan?
Is there anything else you want to get out of here? Do you have all the info out of the computers? In case
It's
they're
about
taken?
60% transferred. There's a lot of data. Looks like he was at this for years.
There's still more data.
We can wait here.
Yeah.
We made
Would
up
you
all
like
a
us
day
I mean, I don't
on.
think there's a
to
rush
get
right
it all.
now. I think
All
they
right, we'll
know
meet
something
you at-
happened. They were here to destroy it.
So we will meet you at Sanctuary Aeon.
What about-
in what? How long? An hour? Do I think? Okay, in about an hour.
So you want to stay here with the captain and Gregor? Okay.
You're taking both prisoners
We'll
with
take
you?
both prisoners, drop off Anton,
Okay.
keep the noble with us, head to the sanctuary.
Please take care of my tram car. It's an antique.
Can we
Where
take your
is
tram
it?
car to the Agora?
No, but we can take it to my my private island.
Later.
Beaches.
Sign me up.
All right, so you guys are going to go to the...
you missed that. Last week, I was interrupted my vacation on the beach here on Segundos.
All right.
They all were like,
We have yet to get our vacation on the beach.
yes.
Off screen.
Right.
He did say if you
offered
help, he would put you all up on the beach for a week.
Yeah.
That's up to him. Probably won't happen, but I offer.
I promise to let your characters have a week on the beach.
That's right.
That's
Except it'll be a red tide. Things will be attacking guests.
We'll be fine.
At least one day
You
where we
spot
can
a
relax.
I
giant-
promise you a week of relaxation with no interruptions should you survive.
In a prison cell.
Listen, you guys keep putting provisos and quid pro quos on this promise. Just take it at face value. All right, so you guys go and drop him off.
Nope. Drop him off.
Yeah, I
Tell
am.
them they need to hold on to him.
Flint has not pointed at my face.
Wonderful.
You got an
Questioning still?
Inquisitorial seal. We can hold him for a week.
Very good. We should be done by then.
Yeah. The guy at the front is like, are you the ones who were over at the Oh Boii?
Why do you want to know?
I mean, I don't. Is there still a really angry bald man hanging around that ship?
What did you do, young man?
Absolutely nothing, and I will stay away from that ship.
What is your name?
He looks down at the paper in front of him. Anton?
That's
He's filling out like the
so your name
prescriptions.
is just the same as the prisoners.
Yeah, it's a happy coincidence.
Does he have a rank pin?
No, he definitely does
So he's not even a knight.
He's not a knight.
Is there a knight in the
Squire.
room?
He is a squire.
Okay. Squire Anton.
Wait, is there another?
That's right.
There's not. Oh. This is.
She knows who it is.
So, you have been in... Yes, we're going to jump over to you before everyone else gets there.
Oh boy.
Because you guys are down, we'll do a quick...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you've been on Sanctuary, or on Byzantium Secundus for the last 4 or 5 days with Alexa in the... I feel like I'm narrating a clue reveal. You were with Alexa
In the library.
in the library, in the Sanctuary of Aeon
metal.
shrine with the medical kit.
I now want to run a clue campaign.
Right?
It'd be so much fun.
Yeah. The real question is, how would you do multiple endings? That would be the best way to do it.
Anyway.
I'll figure it out.
So
This guy.
you notice that the reason you and Alestra came here to just, Alexa was trying to convince you to, maybe if you practiced more in the shrines, you would feel more connected with the order at large. So you've been in here, and what you've noticed is over the last 4 or 5 days, there have been several, the shrine has stayed pretty busy. Right, Sanctuary Aeon does not turn away anyone who comes to their shrines or their temples, no matter whether they can pay or make a donation or not. And kind of starting off the bat with that explosion that happened kind of right when you got there, and dealing with that, and after that there have been several stabbings. There's been a heightened level of what seems to be personal violence that is all coming to this shrine. Mm-hmm. And so as you kind of come out of one of the operating suites and are rinsing your hands off, there is a knock on glass, like the watching glass, and you see a familiar face with
Fudge muffin.
Aw,
curling mustaches.
Really? Francesco.
I miss my handlebars.
I'll go out and meet him.
Ah, Lestra, it's good to see you.
She didn't get the story.
I'm not. Yeah.
No, I know you are back under your back behind the familial shroud. I come here to speak to you only as someone who recognized you when he arrived here on Byzantium Secundus and wanted to warn you.
Okay.
You have a history, unfortunate as it may be, with the Inquisition, specifically murdering one Inquisitor.
Yes.
Yes. Terrible, terrible thing to have on your record. The Inquisition is here on the planet. I have it on good authority that he's currently at the Oh Boii, and he will be involving you and your crew in whatever machinations. Flint is He is much like the stone, many facets to him, but no matter how you strike him, he always sets sparks off wherever he goes.
Mm-hmm.
I would be wary. Be very... If you think I'm manipulative, you have not encountered Flit yet. Be careful.
Of course. Was that your only reason for coming to see me?
To see you, yes. I also have to speak with several of the people that you were treating. And, of course, must do some shopping here in the Agora.
For a rug.
I'm sure there are things I can find. But they will not have to burn as soon as I get back to my apartments.
Okay.
As always, should you ever need assistance, you only have to ask.
Your assistance comes at too high a cost.
But does not your family's assistance as well? It is the nature of spies, my dear.
I feel like I'm in the way, and there's like nothing.
No, you're totally fine.
Okay.
I am tall, I loom over the table and can see you all. No, that is too tall.
I was just commenting that because I was
What are you talking to people here about?
Oh, a little of this, little of that. Nothing for free, Alesta. You should know that. Hopefully, if nothing else from our interactions, you learned at least that lesson. Nothing for free.
Believe me, that's been branded into me.
Excellent. You should cover that up. Your family would not appreciate Hawkwood brands on your body.
She's gonna give him a dirty gesture.
That is the Alessa, I know. Do say hi to your father for me the next time you see him. And he kind of looks through the shrine. Oh, as I said, you should be on your toes. And he turns around and walks out.
I'd look for a bomb.
You see an Inquisitor in full retinue, along with G, who definitely looks like a man of violence. Restrained. Yeah.
It's controlled violence.
Controlled violence.
But violence nonetheless.
You can see standing there next to kind of one of the exits, still with like soap suds on her arms, is
A sister of
Sanctuary Aeon.
Sanctuary.
Yes.
A good day, sister. I'm looking for a sister Alestra.
Found her.
How fortuitous.
Suds and all.
How fortunate. I didn't spot Monkey Face, did I?
You did not.
Monkey face.
Please do away
We're
with
friends.
monkey
We have
face.
nicknames for each other.
Elfon.
Code names.
Or Francesca.
Francesco.
I figured I'd buy information from all the Spy Masters. That's where I get it. How fortuitous. I'm working with other members of the Oh Boii. He rolls his eyes. Terrible.
Excuse you. Anyway, continue.
Some more clips.
It's
Like,
more
I need
of-
to fight someone.
More the name than the ship. And I gesture to Thasala. Thought that maybe you could help us with some information.
I don't like this.
Oh, good. Welcome to our team.
She is quite uncomfortable with your presence, Master.
I apologize. I know. Maybe we could talk. Feet, please.
I need
please.
to finish washing.
Yes.
She's just gonna walk away
Take your
and go
time, my dear.
wash.
Take your time. And we'll wait.
Henry has a cloth over his mouth. Oh, I have sympathy for everything that's suffering. Do I have to be here?
We're going to go get some tea.
Excellent.
We'll just step out of the entrance to be outside.
Does he pay you well?
Well enough.
Do you,
not for sale.
Huh. I mean, everything is for sale.
True, but he's not for sale. Quit trying to undermine me, you cad.
I will, I do
my
not...
hand's just gonna kind of slowly drip.
My
to a
friend, my
pistol on
friend.
my hip.
Much as the person of the night once said to me, no fun is sold on promises. Hard coin only. So I didn't do anything wrong, right, Captain? That was just like, we're not fighting.
No.
Just want to make... Cool, excellent. I thought everything was fine.
No.
But you know how sometimes ideas get put in my head.
Sorry.
It's very easy to just drop in there.
I'm
Not-
sorry.
Yeah, it was her fault.
There was miscommunication between her and Not Boy over there, so that's all. It's
Right.
actually really his fault.
Are we friends with Not Boy?
We're indifferent.
Is he...
I don't think I like him.
Indifferent.
Right.
Suspicious.
It means we don't really care.
No, he's asking a question.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Is he Not Boy because of the ropes or because he's a man?
Oh. K-N-O-T.
Oh, right. I'm on... Yeah, no. Everything's right in the world. You get the bing that all the data has transmitted over.
Cool. We're good. Can I look at the transporter? Transit car?
Is it here? I thought they took it.
No,
It's in through the kitchen. It goes into the basically the subway tube.
Oh.
His car is there, his private car that
Oh.
could take him or take whoever out to his island.
Yeah, you can go look at it.
He got here yet. He knows his car's there.
there is a... Like, if you remember when you came here last time, beyond there was just like a platform and a track.
Mm-hmm.
There is now a brass...
Wait a second. Clips is gonna storm out there with her.
There's it takes up the whole track from what you can see. It just looks like a brass cylinder, or at least the part that you can see. And there are two doors with very strange hinges on the side.
Remember, he did say he was asked to go pick someone up and got jumped, beat up, and they stole his car and brought it here. That's
Right.
why he's here.
Right.
That's his story.
Right.
Anyway.
And you say there's brass.
It's all just like it's kind of like, antique plated.
The car.
There are windows, and it's a car in the sense that it's like a subway car, right? It's a single transit tube,
Like pill shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I kind of
in the
picture.
window.
Oh, it is all like red leather
Oh.
and black carpet.
I
Oh,
picture the
okay.
Wild Wild West private train car that they hauled around.
Yeah, there's like
That's
red
red leather.
wood that's kind
Red
of
leather,
set out.
yeah.
You can see there is a bar. There are, and this is just, and you can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
there
yeah.
are rooms. There are doors leading to other sections of this thing. There's also like a very clear blood stain, like, or at least a matted area on the floor, and several like broken glasses and like half drunk bottles that are just kind of scattered around.
It's a mess.
Can Calypso kind of investigate like the road-ish like place behind this car to
You want to kind of squeeze back there and
and like see like is it just like a one path like right on out, or is it like what is she looking at?
when you kind of have to like squeeze through, get down, you look back, you can see the tracks head out about 100 feet, and then there's a clear switch area, and it looks like there's at least 4 tunnels just on the one side that you're looking.
Okay.
Cool. Good to know.
This is a Model 47C.
Have you had one of these?
I mean, not at this scale.
It's gross,
I
Gregor.
mean, yeah, no, I might have built a couple
That's
of
cool.
these. Is it gross inside?
Yeah.
It's red leather.
There's
Black
carpet.
That's not.
I don't think I wanted.
Fluids.
I thought I thought I wanted to rent it. I know. We can go now. Curiosity
You're
has
not going
been
to
sated.
investigate?
No,
See if there's any
No.
clues?
no,
Ew.
we absolutely are actually going. I'm going to try to get inside of the car.
You can.
Just open it up.
You open the doors, and you hear the psss, and the two doors kind of come out and then slide off and slide back.
Okay.
It smells like hooch.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
luckily she's used to this.
Just
so
hooch.
She's gonna do a little investigating. She'll pick up some of the glasses, see like kind of like try to find what liquid they were drinking.
They were all of the liquid in the glasses seem to match the bottles that are empty, and this is all like high-end brandies and cognacs and wines.
Okay.
You can see that the bar has been thoroughly picked over. The olives have been spilt.
Ugh, not the olives.
What about the cherries?
There are no cherries here.
Heathens!
You know. But there are two doors that lead to either side of this room. The couch sort of wraps around.
Would this kind of thing have some kind of like, because I assume...
Safe.
You're rubbing off on her.
I'm so proud of you.
I was going to say, Gemma's not here. Hi, Mom. Hi, Space Mom.
Yes, we
Space
left
Mom.
Captain Calypso, Gregor, and Jexa to search.
She wants to actually first to check to see if there's any kind of like, are cars self-driving? So
No.
we're anti-self-driving.
Yep, there would actually be you would in general you either have somebody who would be driving this thing, or it would have a think machine that would answer your.
Does it have a think machine?
You have to get to the.
I'm gonna try to get there.
Okay.
I can drive this, guys.
Are you opening the door to your left or your right?
I'm going on the carpet, man. It's shag.
It is totally shag. Left or right?
Which way is towards the building?
So you're entering. It's kind of parallel to the building. So you were able to see the tunnels on this side.
So I'm going the other side of the
The other
tunnels.
side?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably a driver's compartment on both ends. Like subways where there's a driver at each end of the car.
Oh well.
Maybe.
She's going towards
Who knows?
So you open the hatch to the next hall, and there the lights flicker on, and there's no overhead lights. They're little tiny lights that are hanging over portraits that are on the left and right hand side. And these are hand painted portraits of hideous people. Just hideous. Sores and wounds and
That one's boil makes it look like he has two Adam's apples.
yeah, it really does. And then there's a door on the other side, kind of.
He's got a disease kink.
That room, that door definitely leads to a bedroom. But you can see the door on the far side that is open, and there does seem to be a driver's compartment there.
She's gonna go that way.
Okay, there's somebody slumped over.
Oh.
Not the main controls, but kind of slumped over to the side, and you can see that there's definitely a knife in the base of his neck.
Okay. She's gonna check for a pulse. Okay, cold.
Cold.
Okay. So then there's a think thing.
There is a think machine.
Okay. And she's gonna try to access it.
Okay, give me a wits plus interface roll.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the tea party,
Bet you're not with me.
I'm standing at the
wait.
door. You can call me in.
Oh, well then I'm not gonna do this because I'm gonna fail. I mean, I guess I theoretically could and then fail and then be like, Drexa! So I'm gonna do it that way. We're gonna find out because this is just a straight 8. Actually, can I use... I have 8 in my...
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bump to 16.
okay.
I crit!
Did you crit?
Yeah.
I freaking crit!
I will come back to you here in a second.
Yes.
Nicely done. All right, you two.
I'm waiting for her to come back out, all cleaned up. We're in no rush.
I'll come back out. Hands are clean.
Sir Henry Ashton.
Oh.
Yes, is that?
I look
Lives
around
up
the
to the
aurora.
reputation.
Is there a nearby tea house?
There is.
Shall we?
Certainly.
I will inform the others where we are at, Inquisitor. Thank you. Yeah, you guys definitely get an image in your head of the tea house. Like you
And
all
you
three.
go up.
Gregor's like,
What's that?
I don't know.
Looks like a tea house.
Yeah, it's
We'll get a table.
It's the golden
Order
clover.
some Shava tea. Median if you have it.
Of course. This is Byzantium Secundus. We have everything.
Yes.
Why is the image of the golden clover in my head?
So they end up bringing
We're
you
sitting at the
tea.
golden clover.
Yep, in the golden clover, apparently.
Okay. So, Medea,
It helps me when there's
your
names.
compatriots of the Oh Boii are helping in investigation. Dr. Finman, who's experimenting on children.
I see.
Heresy. My companion, Sala, thought you might be able to help us investigate one. Sergio Hawkwood was the antinomist who was
Do I know
running
that
this
name?
local.
Okay.
Francesco is the spy master of
Right, I know
one
Francesco
Duchess of
plenty well.
Hofstark.
I even
Okay.
know the Duchess.
Perhaps
I just didn't know if I knew this Sergio.
No.
Okay.
we'll talk later.
I didn't say that out loud. That was to the
No. I was going to say something else, and then I looked at Sir Henry and was like, we'll talk later.
Okay.
So she thought, the Sala thought that she could help with Sergio.
She's a priestess of, or
He-
she's a sanctuary Aeon adept, so she should be able to do an autopsy on the body. And figure out what's going on.
Yes, there we go.
Tired to do that manually to turn everybody else off.
So we have Sergio is deceased. It seemed something cranial bomb or something went off and killed him. His eyes exploded. Quite
Lovely.
unseemly.
Is that
So-
what happened?
That was Henry.
Well, 1 minute he was fighting, and the next his head exploded. Don't do it.
Is he a Hawkwood?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Very, 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 very distantly related. We were sort of folded in when the Hawkwoods came to power. Much
Okay.
older family.
Lovely.
Should I have the body delivered here? And I gestured back towards the sanctuary. Or would you like to do it on site?
Do what?
Autopsy.
Oh, probably the sanctuary. It'll
Very
make less people uncomfortable.
I will have the body delivered.
I will try and prepare a room. We are
Very good.
rather busy right now.
Yes.
Let me go see if
And
there's
it's
a room
all
available.
Sergio's fault,
Why
I
is she
believe.
staring at me? It's strange. She's not really anything I've seen before.
Yes.
Do you
Never-
speak?
I do.
Lovely. Where are you from?
Here and there.
I hate those answers.
You've never met
I
an
know.
Oban?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
So, are you going to have the Oh Boii show up here or deliver the body?
I was going to go to the local provost and conjure up a detail to come move the bodies.
All right.
Do you really think I move bodies?
I know, but you got.
He
It is
moves
far
them.
below G's level of
Does he
competence.
move
Move them
bodies?
from vertical to horizontal.
He hides bodies.
It puts them in that, yes. No. One, they can clean up all the other rabble. But that body won't get. So we'll go, if she agrees, very good, finish our tea.
Hmm?
Did you enjoy your tea?
It was lovely.
Yes.
I'll have to remember that name. What was it again?
Shava tea.
Shaba.
Ask for the median, it's the best.
Alright. Make a note of that.
All right. Well, we're going to take our break here, and when we come back, we'll find out what Calypso got from her critical success on the interface roll with the Think Machine, and you guys will have the body delivered to Sanctuary Aeon's facilities, and we will we'll pick up there, and then we'll have everyone meet back at Sanctuary Aeon. So again, we'll take a break here real quick. we'll be back in 15 minutes. We're going to continue playing Fading Suns, which is coming to Kickstarter on the 24th of this month, March, if you are watching in the future. So, yes, back it.
Yeah.
We're very excited about it.
12 days then.
My mind's in birthday mode.
Yeah, his birthday is Friday.
My birthday's tomorrow.
Huzzah!
Tomorrow is Friday!
Happy birthday, G! All right, we will be back in 15 minutes, and we'll pick up there.
Cool.
We're going to find out what
What's in that box?
Calypso's like, wait, hold on, I think I've got it. 6. And that unlocks...
Are you okay?
I have an interface of 0.
Oh, I know.
Your wits, though, is what carried you.
Yeah.
That's right.
What would I do if I was a pompous ass? 6.
That's basically what you did. You're like, if I were a guy tied up in a one of 2 numbers. So the whole, like, when you do that, the doors close and it says, "Welcome, Henry.
Oh.
Where can I take you today?"
Did the doors close on me, Cracker?
Yeah, you guys are locked in the tube now.
Ew.
I just actually had some questions.
I would be glad to answer your questions, Henry.
Great. So, our last trip. Can you tell me where we went? I'm a little fuzzy. You know.
Yes, another night.
Yeah.
I have told you not to mix the alcohol and the pills. Do you listen?
No.
Yeah, you can. Like,
It's my favorite
the
thing.
whole tube fairly vibrates with the Think Machine's voice. Yes, we left your villa 9 hours ago. We took a trip into the city. We picked up those passengers about 6 hours ago. Then you had me take them here, which is, this is a restricted area.
Oh, so we...
I told you, Henry. I told you not to come here.
You're right, and I never listened. And I didn't listen again. So we dropped off those people here?
We have been sitting here for the last 6 hours.
Well, I can't find any of them.
Did you lose your friends, Henry? I told you that I'm your only friend.
That's not creepy at all.
I have
Greg's
lost...
like, I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
I have lost many
I
things.
thought you would have connected.
Okay.
My AI is a delightful.
Yes.
Well,
Explain that to Flint.
I'm not going to. Don't worry.
I'm gonna give it one good college try here, and I'm gonna try.
I've heard that many a times.
I know I am a failure in all things in life.
Yes, you are, Henry. Yes, you are.
I was waiting for it.
No, Henry, don't say that. I will replay your greatest hits for you again.
No,
Oh,
no,
On the
no,
teleprompter or the holovid.
Ooh.
no, no.
Don't do it. Shield your eyes.
I'll scratch my eyes out.
Insert a bomb in my head, please.
Holovid is a TV or is it like actual form?
You know, remember those
Forget.
those chess creatures in that one science fiction franchise?
Yes.
Like
I
a
know
long
exactly
time
what you're
ago.
talking about.
Uh-huh.
Little
Far,
hologram.
far away.
Space. Yeah,
Little
they're like,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh. Yes.
On that thing named after a bird.
Yes.
What's an aluminum falcon?
Aluminum eagle.
Anyway, yes, I do. Okay, so yeah.
But you said you wanted to give it the old college try.
You're right. I have to give it the old college try. I'm gonna try to find my friends one more time. What are their names? Do you remember?
I overheard the names Sergio, Marcon, Anton, Luis, Hamat, Abraham,
Ooh, can you spell that one? A-B.
That's the voice that's what the letters that come out, but it comes out much like this.
A-B-R-A-J-I.
Would you mind, when we're done with this game, Henry, removing the knife from my body?
Oh, that's your body?
Yes, Henry. You do notice for the first time there is no blood in the cockpit.
Okay, I'm gonna do that for you right now. We're gonna play another game. You're gonna once I remove that knife, you're gonna close your eyes and you're gonna count to 60. We're gonna play a game of hide and seek.
I like playing games with you, Henry.
I'm so happy. All right.
What
What kind of games do you normally play?
So, all
Gregor's
right.
just hitting the button to open the doors.
All right. So, but
Can we open it?
You want to give me a interface roll? It's plus interface. Go ahead.
I really do.
Then you should really do that.
Bud, we're gonna make this a little harder. So, can you open the doors? I can't do that.
I'm sorry, Henry. I can't do that. What'd you get?
I got 12 out of.
Okay, this is a severe task, so this will be 10.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, you hear the
Shit,
doors
9 to burn anyway.
open up.
Okay. All right. Ready? 3, 2. Ching! She runs.
You definitely hear something get up behind you,
Just
and like
look.
the sounds of like a neck pop if there was a slight metallic ting to
Does
that.
not look.
Okay. Very soon, the three of you are outside of the tram car.
I just grab both of them. Run! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
He can identify who Marcon is.
Yes, he can. He'll stay here for now.
All right.
I'm
So
afraid of him.
as you guys come back,
Yes.
Oh, you're afraid of him, but you're not afraid of...
My AI is fine.
No, we're not talking about the AI.
I don't know what you're talking about. My AI is fine.
all right. So you guys, when you guys get back into the main room, you see several House Hopwood knights kind of arriving.
Lorenzo? Mateo.
Yeah, it's Lorenzo and Mateo.
Hey!
Hey, hey,
Hey!
Gregor. Hey,
The entry
Nice
thing
to
is
see you.
coming.
Lady Jexa. I must go. And he just kind of walks away. That's the one that I almost blew up the police station.
Oh, okay.
Chaperoning.
Was it a good chaperoning?
No. He's walking away now.
Yeah, listen, an Inquisitor asked me to come and meet you here, and
There's an android thing. It's coming.
we weren't supposed to. He didn't say anything about an android. We're supposed to bring a body to your.
Yeah, there's okay.
I think that one. One
It's
without
in
the eyes.
It's in the creepy car with the train with the shag carpet and the red and I pulled the
I can
knife out of it. It knows things, but it's terrifying.
I think the body you want is the one without the eyes there.
Yeah, that does seem to be what the Inquisitor requested. Did you do that?
Mm-mm. The Inquisitor's think woman did it.
The Inquisitor's.
Her name is
The
Thisala.
The Oroban?
Mm-hmm.
She made his eyes explode?
I think so.
That's what we
She
all
kind
saw.
of.
With our eyes that are still securely tucked in our heads.
I've grown rather attached to my eyes.
Me too.
Which one are we talking to?
Mateo.
Mateo. Okay, because
She talked to Lorenzo, but he ran.
So, do you want to help me take this body?
Sure.
what about the thing? It's coming.
Lorenzo, help them get this body!
It talks like this, and as I am your only friend, Henry. And it's just... Okay, it identified some things, and I'm scared of it in general.
It can get us to Marcan.
To who?
Marcon.
Marcon.
Marcon?
Mm-hmm.
So he raises up his submachine gun and he looks through the door.
Is it coming?
Just seems to be standing in the doors.
Has it not counted to 60 yet?
It might not be able to leave the...
Oh.
You should ask it.
Oh, me! I should ask it!
I'm not going to.
We're gonna get this body out of here. Do you want to come with us,
Yes,
or do you want to
please.
talk to the strange
Nope.
man?
I'm gonna go. Where's Lorenzo?
What if it has, like, a memory bank thing in its think thing?
So,
And it could positively ID somebody none of us have been able to ID yet.
do you have any reason to believe that it's going to leave?
No.
It's searching for Henry.
We know where Henry is.
Sir Henry Ashton, the one who is with.
The distant
Yes.
Hawkwood. Yes.
And
So, I'm like 98% sure that he's the reason that some bad things are happening, because the android thingy just
Henry.
willingly told me that his friends are named Sergio, which is that one, Marcon, Anton, Luis,
talk about that.
and Hamad and Abraham, sir. Whew.
What did you write on your boots?
I got out of... I write so big.
You really do.
I do.
Yeah, so here's. This is way above my paid grade.
Yeah.
And if there's an Inquisitor footing the bill, then.
We kick it up.
Alright, so Lorenzo grabs the feet, Mateo grabs the shoulders, and within the next 20 minutes, you are all reunited at the Sanctuary Aeon OR room.
Lovely.
They bring what might have been a once attractive man with long hair whose occipital lobes exploded, and when they walk in, you definitely notice Mateo like looks at the Sala and kind of.
Would there be the equivalent of a DNA database?
Not so much.
That's way too techy.
Yeah.
I just wonder the way you can identify that this is Sergio and not Sir Henry.
Did Sergio have any
I'm
distinctive
Sir Henry.
tattoos? As I'm looking at the body, like, are there any
Mark that.
tattoos?
Oh, okay.
Mark to have you. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I was going at. Is,
Yeah.
All
Is
right.
there a way to
Surely there's some
Do
sort of
something.
database. Nothing.
Nope.
Wow.
maybe not DNA one?
A face one?
He would have definitely had papers
Driver's
probably
license
on
one?
on the train. He has no tattoos as you kind of strip him down for the autopsy. No real distinguishing marks, save for the fact that he does have a lot of scarring sort of on the inside of his forearms here.
Okay.
Awkward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would another
So,
Hawk would know?
Flint, what are you expecting
Especially
me to
someone from
find?
the
What are
One,
you
I want to know
hoping?
how he died because it was a sudden. We didn't shoot him in the head. He
Yeah.
exploded like he had a cranial bomb of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But just his eyes.
Just his eyes.
Right.
So I want to
So
know
the rest of his head is
what-
intact. His eyes are gone.
What happened if you could?
Henry and be like,
And I will make some calls. So I will
Okay.
leave the
Give me a faith.
morgue, as it were, of the room.
Straight
So,
face.
Straight faith.
I can't bump it.
I'm gonna go outside and send
BPs
two
if you
different
want.
comm messages.
Okay.
One to Francesco,
Okay.
asking about. Can you send me
Any records on?
records on Sergio Hawkwood and on Sir Henry Ashton?
Okay.
And I'll also put it in to the other
Yeah.
expert to see what he knows. You always get it and then compare.
Give me a presence plus impress roll.
so mad right now. It's
Why? What did I do?
Not you. Not you.
All right. So give me your
He's
wits
just a source
plus,
of information.
remedy roll to see what you can pick up from the body. What'd you get?
I got a 10 on a favorable roll of 14. So I was successful.
Okay.
What's happening?
Nothing.
12. Successful.
Really don't want to fail that roll.
Resistance.
Ever.
6.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh, yeah. Maybe.
They'll get back to you. You send the comms out.
Yeah. I sent it out.
I'm successful.
Okay. How much do you want to spend? The more you spend, the more pieces of information you will get. You will get one base piece of information, and then
Is this a 2-to-1
yeah,
spending?
every 2 that you spend, you get another piece of information.
Spend it all.
Meanwhile, who's watching the autopsy? Who is doing something else?
I'm totally where
Totally
Henry
watching.
is. Yeah, Calypso's totally with Henry.
So not just
I'll wait for everybody.
She's
to go
very
around.
skilled at what she does.
Me?
You're talking with Henry?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we'll come to you talking to
So I was
Henry.
gonna wait.
So that's a question. Henry
Yes,
and the AI have the exact same voice modulation?
it seems very.
Well, you didn't hear, but
No, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
It seems
For your
very
benefit,
similar.
Is it?
yeah.
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 Okay.
Because all right. So, what are you doing while you wait?
Well, I am not watching the autopsy, so
That's
I think I'm talking to Lorenzo if I can, unless he's run away.
He has not run away.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna talk to Lorenzo. You're talking to Henry. You're talking to a dead body.
Who's Greg?
Gregor's not in here.
He's
Yeah, I'm not in.
probably with Calypso, just standing.
Yeah, he's standing with Henry. He's definitely with his back.
I just want to know
to
if
the
he
OR.
spots Lorenzo.
Mhm.
She's like,
Okay, so we're gonna start with you, Abby. What'd you get?
I'm
much are you
spending
spending?
10 points.
You're spending 10 points.
Yeah.
All right, so I will give you your first piece of information,
Okay.
and then you get to ask 5 more questions.
Okay, questions are hard.
You can farm them out to the group.
Okay,
You
great.
need to feel like you need to come up with them.
That's great.
There is no sign of any sort of technological explosion. There was no device. There was no implant. As far as you can tell, it looks like this guy's eyes just ruptured.
Okay.
But not just ruptured, because normally when an eye ruptures, it's just sort of
Yeah.
these kind of...
Popped.
like 2 overripe head grapes.
Is his brain
Oh.
intact?
I definitely invoked an image.
yeah.
Overripe brain grapes? Or head grapes? Thank you.
Yeah.
His brain is intact.
Somebody just
Stop.
Can you pull information from his dead brain?
No.
Not legally, anyway.
and
Dead.
The Sala?
Tasala?
She cannot. She needs a live brain.
Okay.
Dead brains involve a different branch of theurgy and
Occult.
occult, which is not sanctioned by the church.
Yet.
So Flint would be like, "Is it useful?"
What else do you want to know?
That information is good to have. This way I know if I get into this cobble of antinomists, they all don't have cranial bombs. Let's go poof, poof, poof before we can capture them. You can't explain why, but maybe it was just an anomaly. I don't know.
Still have 4 questions to go.
You do.
Does he have anything
How is his cholesterol?
like
All right. Not great.
I'm not
I mean,
ready that answer.
the scars? Are they occulted? Also, like, does he have anything else stored on his body?
Okay, so with this,
Cavity search.
Sticking
The
more
scars
under the
seem to be
skin.
self-inflicted.
okay.
They're on too weird of a body part to be anything but self-inflicted, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not scars from, being in a fight, or burn marks
They're
from, like,
symmetrical.
Do they look like they were
occupational.
removing a tattoo
No, they look like
Just
they were just,
scratched on there?
like, deep. Scratches upon scratches upon scratches
So,
upon
like,
scratches.
Fingernail scratches?
Scratches, not cuts.
Like fingernail scratches or weapon?
You can't tell from that, but it definitely looks like whatever did it was about the same size and shape as, like, a human fingernail, but way sharper.
Sharpened?
I mean, yeah, is there any other
You could
anomaly,
always-
like
Lots of note-taking
sharpened
going on.
fingernails, or, like, are his teeth extra sharp? Like, is there any weird body modifications?
You can see, so that's question 4, yes?
Yes.
3.
4.
4? Yeah.
Because I have brain is intact, scars are self-inflicted. They're deep, possibly fingernail size. Most of them are sharp.
Yes, you can see that, like, as you look at it, his nails definitely, they seem to be coated in some sort of polymer. They are ridiculously sharp. You want time to think of your last one?
Yeah.
Polymer or
Sharpened, filed them to a point, and clear coated the shit out of them.
yeah. All right. So, yeah, no. I was just going to say it. Illustra's weird.
Yeah.
She's looking at the guy's fingernails. I don't know what that's about. So, yes. Captain...
Calypso.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes. Nice.
Now that I am vertical and not tied,
Yes.
don't have a 3D-old sock stuck in.
Ew. I have a question for you.
If I can be of service.
That's so accommodating. Your vehicle.
My train. Yes.
Yes.
The car.
Yes. It has an AI in it.
A think machine? Yes, it does.
What's its name?
Well, as a person, what do you think? I'm just kidding. Its name is Henri.
Henri.
Henri, yes.
Can it leave the train?
I mean, I have taken it off the train.
So hypothetically,
But you need battery packs and or power cables, and it just sort of restricts his movement.
so there's a potential that if it were to get off the train, it would just die.
I would.
I mean, not, but just.
Well, the simulacrum of Henri would, as you so eloquently put it, but Henri, as long as the train is intact, that is where his
Nexus being.
soul. Yes.
Can it see things?
I mean, it sees. If Henri would talk, it has seen many things.
If he would talk.
To someone besides me. Henri and I.
Okay.
Right. Yes, it records everything that happens on the train.
No, AUTOPSESY. Thanks. I can't spell autopsy. Anyway, I just left it at AUT and I hear her whisper the rest.
AUT scribble. I'll know what it means.
Okay. Records everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So your story, because remember this is all very interesting.
Yes,
You were tied up,
I was.
and you were tied up by Sergio.
I don't believe it was Sergio. It was on his orders. He turned very quickly.
He was on your train.
Yes.
So Henri has recordings of who was on your train,
Mm-hmm.
including who tied you up.
Yes.
and
I
everybody
plan
else.
to turn them all over to the capable Sir Lorenzo. Wait, no, Sir Matteo. Lorenzo is the little squirrely one.
Yeah, he's got some spirit. He does. Okay.
Does he now?
Is that the solo? Is she suddenly in this room?
No.
That was
Oh.
Henry
Oh.
being very interested in a spirited Lorenzo.
Oh.
As we do, my dear.
He's a good kid, child thing.
You feel like you've missed a beat there, Calypso. You need a moment to reconstitute yourself.
I miss a lot of beats, and I just still kind of just keep going. It's just part of who I
Woman
am.
after my own.
So okay. So you are willing to have the videos
Yes.
given over to the Inquisitor?
I mean, if Flint would want to review those, obviously just the ones of my kidnapping.
Yes, just those. Trust me, I may or may not have looked in. He doesn't need anything else.
Very
Do
I will count on your discretion here, then.
do you shampoo it?
Which it are we talking about?
Carpet
Oh, yes.
frequently?
Again,
Daily.
Cool. All right.
So you're outside talking with Lorenzo.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just.
what was up?
So are you okay that? I mean, Gregor's. He didn't hurt you.
No. No, of course not. He's just...
It sounded like he was like going to blow up.
He's a very violent man. He made that very clear on multiple occasions to me.
He's also a sweetheart?
I haven't seen that side of him.
He's protective.
I can tell. He's not waiting on the other side of the door, is he?
No, he's with Calypso now. He gets distracted by her a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with the Inquisitor?
I don't know.
As little as possible.
I mean, seriously. We kind of got hooked into his crowd in order to solve that mystery of who is paying Dr. Feynman.
I've heard the name Marcon kind of tossed about in the
I think we're
files.
gonna have to go find Marcon.
Listen, the Knights have been after this guy for a while.
Uh-huh.
It's like a shadow.
Uh-huh. Did you have any, like, clues of his hideouts or anything?
No, not really. He moves about in the upper circles of Byzantium Secundus. He throws parties. They're invite only.
That's kind of what we heard. If we were to get into his parties, would you guys be able to, police it?
If you were to, if hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
we were to know something was going on,
Mm-hmm.
it'd have to be something that would allow us to violate noble rights. So,
Right.
the writ of Inquisitor, the clear evidence of
So if
antinomists
Like,
or
the Inquisitor
treason or seditious
Flint
behavior.
asked you to crash a party legally, like a police,
He would have to submit evidence to
Okay.
the Knights as well. He can crash the party because he operates outside of jurisdiction.
right.
Much
So-
like you guys.
I don't try to. I'm just
Hey,
a
this time you
minor.
were invited.
I guess. I just they're in charge. I'm not.
I know how that goes.
So what?
You're a squire.
Kinda. To the other big, tall, scary one with the purple buns.
Gemma.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I talked with her too.
I'm sorry. She's also nice.
I will take your word on both of those.
Calypso's the scary one.
Okay.
Alestra's nice. So is Alexa.
Who are
And
they?
Nigel.
I met Nigel.
Yeah, you did.
Nigel seems sketchy.
Yeah, he is. He's real sketchy. But, you kind of, it's like family.
I understand that.
How long has Gemma and friends been gone?
Gemma.
from Planet?
Gemma and... Gemma has only been gone about, like 2 days at this point.
Okay.
If that.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he'll hear something on the Inquisition of what? They did what? Oh my. This is
You
stir
get
up the Emperor.
you definitely get Francesco's response.
Okay.
Just a simple data packet on Sergio. It's got his picture. It's got his residence here on Byzantium Secundus. Matches the body that you pulled out.
Okay. And what about Sir Henry Ashton?
Very clear in the message. Minor branch of the Hawkwood nobility. No actual blood connection. Sort of his family was grandfathered in.
How dare he use that name?
He
That's
only
the
responded
tone.
with
That's the tone.
he only responded with Hawkwood because you asked specifically what noble house he was with. But he gives you a picture and it definitely matches this guy.
Okay. I'll thank him and submit the proper payment.
Okay. You get your last question, Abby.
If I cut under the scars on his arms, do I find anything?
No. Just scar tissue. Like these have been going on for probably about a decade. There's about a decade of scar tissue that's kind of built up.
Okay.
What you do notice about that area, though, is it's like there's a lot. If you were to cut there, you wouldn't be in danger of like dying, but there'd be a lot of venous blood kind of right off the bat.
Okay. Ritualistic. Well, is there anything else you wanted to know about this body, or can we put him to rest?
You can put him to rest, I guess. It's, basic info. I mean, if we shot him and he fell over, I wouldn't even bother. We killed him. But he kind of went and fell over and weird things happened. And the Sal's never done that before, so I don't blame her.
It was not my fault.
Yeah, no, that's why I didn't even question it. It's like I've never... If I knew she could explode heads, believe me, I'd have led with that. Kill him! I don't need a gun, I've got her.
You wouldn't need me either.
Calypso will relay the information about Ori to Flint and about the video stuff, because Marcon was identified as a person on it, and we need his ID.
Is it free? Am I free to go?
No. But some of your choice is checked out. But to fully clear your name, I think you need to assist us. I think it's time we go to a party.
Blackmail.
No,
That's
not
how it
blackmail.
feels.
Think of it.
I missed it.
Blackmail? You're helping the church.
There's a first time for everything. Very well. Which party shall I get us into?
Marcons.
I told you I haven't been invited to one of Marcon's
Oh, I'm
parties
sure
since
you
he
can
returned.
pull some strings.
Kind of looks from you.
We'll need
I didn't
invites.
think I was
We'll need invites for the whole group.
It would be my pleasure. Give me 48 hours.
Very well.
Well, where should I contact you?
I will give him a comm that he can
A
call
comm
me.
code? Okay.
But I'm guessing we'll be at the Oh Boii. Or I can put you up in rooms. Get off the ship.
Calypso always says, "Oh boy."
Okay.
That's a good location, so even if we all don't stay there.
All right. 48 hours.
Cool.
Do I ever hear from...
Not at this point.
Not at this point?
All right. Well, a pleasure to meet all of you. I look forward to at least seeing some of you again. Some of you I'm rather fond of. Some of you, not so much. We'll let you decide who is who. Good day.
I think you like me.
I said good day.
I said good day.
And so he walks off into the crowd.
That's fine.
All right, you guys have 48 hours. What is your
48 hours.
What
Shall
is
we
your
strategize on the old boy?
Yeah, we can do that. We also should quickly buy some more bullets.
You need bullets?
Yes.
I wrote down right now. Calypso buys bullets.
Okay,
So.
neat.
Is my motorcycle a single person?
Ooh.
It is a single person comfortably.
Can someone put on the back seat and lovingly wrap their arms around her as she drives around town?
I mean, depending on the person, sure.
He's small.
So long as Gregor doesn't see.
Yeah.
In which case, the
Does
motorcycle
Lorenzo
will
want to
be
go for a
broke.
ride?
Do you have your bike here?
It's only a boy.
He's got to stay here for right now until he gets off of his.
Would you join us?
I mean,
Kind
in the 48 hours.
On the old boy.
Oh, certainly.
Kind of hang out with someone my
It'd be
age.
nice to be
Yeah,
back
I'll
in
show you around-
familiar surroundings.
Around the city.
Yes, you can visit Frank.
I was thinking more of
Go
Octavius. I miss
Sightseeing with Lorenzo
The other.
in the 48
Yes.
hours.
Yes, Calypso has no idea.
Nope.
Also, I think this
like my puppy.
the last time it nearly ended up, they got into a huge fight. So I think Calypso is like more encouraging. She's like, well, she is that age.
Is this going to happen?
Yeah. Is this inevitable? Yes.
Yes.
That is a picture from Top Gun riding the motorcycle. Ah, wind in your hair. Except he's on the back holding on. For dear
For
life.
dear life.
You know how to
All right.
drive this?
So
No!
you have 48 hours to do basically whatever you want on Byzantium Secundus. Do you run your own investigation? Have some downtime? What are you guys wanting to do this time?
Oh, I'm downtiming.
Calypso wants to go see the videos.
Yeah, we can. Well, I'm sure he went back to his thing and took off. Trace it, see you in 48 hours.
Did the police not do anything about the AI?
No, they were scared of the thing.
Mhm.
You didn't actually look at what came out. You just saw it when it was slumped over, and then you specifically said, "I take the knife out and run."
Yes, I did specifically say that.
And he had all those pictures in there, so who knows what it looks like.
Yeah.
When we get back to the old boy, at least strategize some on, let's get into the party, see if we can identify Marcon
Well,
and take him down.
Can we contact Henry? Because that would be convenient if we had those tapes. I'm going to sound like the American Psycho now. I need to return some videotapes.
We can try. Say, can we have the video of the people who captured you and we can compare it to the dead bodies and see if there's a body missing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to compare the tapes?
Yeah, he doesn't have to physically come near us at all. He just needs to provide us that data.
Yeah, we can just
Okay.
And Calypso will be very... You don't have to be near them. You just need to transfer.
All right.
I was also going to explain to Alestra the significance of Francesco and your father in their much younger days.
So
And
we'll
how-
save that. We'll save that for next time.
Yeah, I was just going to fill her in on
Yeah. All right.
all that. So.
So, strategy, reviewing the tapes, downtime actions. What did the three of you want to do?
I think I want to go try and
Do
find
it.
more information on Marcon.
All right, so G's going to run a little investigation.
I apparently am streetwise. Right?
All right.
Yeah, you
So-
have that knowledge of
Yeah.
the underbelly.
So I'm gonna go into that and try and find some snitches.
Okay.
Do I have any means of contacting my family to
You
see if
do.
there's
This is
information about
the
Marcon?
this is the imperial capital. You could go to your house's enclave and
Great. I think I would want to try and find information on Marcon.
all right.
If they have information on Marcon.
She went out of town?
And or Henry.
Oh, shoot, it's
gonna pop
in a second.
All right.
2 inquiries in one day.
And then you What does Calypso want to do for the 48 hours?
Calypso wants to
Laundry?
review
Go-
the
go.
tapes.
The tapes.
Go practice the knots that she was told about.
That's at night. She has 48 hours includes that. She does want to review those tapes. However, it's 8:30 and I realized my medicine is out. So I have
Go
to-
for it. All right. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to pause here so that at the start of next session we'll do the tape review and then sort of break out into the little breakout sessions. See where things are going. But what I wanted to just ask is, again, with the we're on the new channel. What have your takeaways been? We've had 2 new people to the stream. What are your takeaways on Fading Suns, on the setting, on the system? I know we've done this a couple of times, but I figured it was, with the Kickstarter coming in 2 weeks, now is another good time to just take a second and review and ask, especially you two. You guys are new to the Fading Suns game. What are your thoughts on the setting and the system?
I really like the setting, but I like the science fantasy kind of stuff anyways. I've never played a system quite like this, and it's quite entertaining to me.
Yeah?
So,
What's entertaining about it?
the way the VP works.
So you have a little bit more control.
You have a little bit more control over your successes and what you do and do not get from them.
Okay.
Versus,
Just
several levels that you have to roll up to get additional information.
Yeah, I like that.
So, I have a bank. Okay, I want all the information. I just dump the bank on it.
Yeah.
I like that.
What about you, Mark?
Yeah, love the setting. I kind of like that science fiction feudal society with the guilds and the nobles and the church and how they interact. And it's not a normal space opera where it's just, good versus evil, or the rebels and the Imperials kind of thing. It's there's
Hypothetical situation.
hypothetical. Yeah, this is the way they all work together, and it's fun. I like it. VPs are great, the way you can manage and do stuff, and there's just so many different backgrounds that you can be. You don't have to be a noble. You can be just an average person that does their job.
I thought about if doing another, if I start up another campaign of Fading Suns, maybe doing a single class game. Right, you're all
Questing
nobility.
Knights.
Yeah, you're all nobility. So pick something out of the nobles, and there's still enough depth in character creation that you could all just say, "Hey, you're all members of the church," and you could have a very diverse between faction and between calling. You would all have different.
All battle order.
Or we did it.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it all battle order. Go check out
So fun.
Operation Ravenwatch.
Yeah.
The
And
YouTube.
even in that, even though we're all of the battle order, we still had different abilities. So that's cool.
Yeah.
There is variety even within
It's like all
the
warrior
same
clerics.
faction
Yeah.
calling.
But yet they didn't all act like clerics. You had your tank, you had your healer, you had your more tech savvy person.
Crazy gunner.
In the crazy
Yeah,
gunner.
you had this one who just was like, "Can I light it on fire now?"
Sister Justy is starting in her own show. Does it burn? Yes, it does. Are you guys glad to be back to the Oh Boy?
Oh yeah.
If you apply
Oh
anything,
yeah.
anything,
You
it'll
know, it's like when you buy new shoes and you're just like, "Well, these are nice," but then you go back to your favorite shoes and you're just like, "Yes, yeah."
I actually understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to be a sneakerhead.
Well, I am so glad to be back with this. I'm glad that we have you guys guest starring here, and we will be back next Thursday for more Fading Suns on the Ulysses International Twitch. You can go to their YouTube and find this week's episode. We will also be back on Tuesday with Tor on the Ulysses channel. And if you want to check us out in some of our other games, check us out on Iconic Production. We are running, Becca's running a 13th Age game, and we have It Gets Worse, Adventures in Gebercan, which, if you like grimdark fantasy where everything just gets worse, tune in. So, I am JM the GM. This is Fading Suns. These are the crew of the Oh Boy and the Inquisition, and we will see you next week.